solid plan. Spins a yarn, recants a tale. The esoteric approach won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common Man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh boy! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello? You just have to draw your own conclusions, people.
Brilliant!
Genius. Idiot. Moron. Imbecile. What a Morris.
That sounds like a heck of a radio show. I might want to listen.
Very funny. Very funny.
Talk about guys stealing from 1 to 3. You ought to pay that station to be on there.
You find this funny, Mr. Groh? You're smiling. Do you find this humorous? No, they're not. Do you find this humorous, Mr. Groh? You're laughing and smiling. I'm just wondering if you do. You didn't answer my question, Mr. Groh. Do you find this humorous?
No, I find it in keeping with 4 years.
At least you're not smiling and laughing now. Oh, I guess you're back at it again now.
Oh.
It was a nice run.
Timberwolves superfan KFAN Stan Barrero.
I'm pulling my tickets!
So what? You carry. If not, hey, I look at bad blood sometimes as motivation. So, those are things that are out of my control.
He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Here we go. Playoff time has arrived. Wild will face Dallas tomorrow. Wolves will take on the Denver Nuggets. The Minnesota Twins are back in action after a day off. They've won 8 of their last 10. One of the hottest teams in baseball. They welcome the Cincinnati Redlegs to town. Harbortown, the site of the PGA tournament. It's a great battle going on right now. The Lynx have locked up one of their longtime mainstays on the club. We got plenty of topics to get to. Where do we start? Let's spin the wheel of topics.
Commons golf game.
I played.
What'd you shoot today?
Let's approach it this way. 40 on the front and 49 on the back.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Where'd we play?
Prestwick at Wedgwood and Woodbury.
Where'd you hit it on? One?
I absolutely just pured it right up the gut.
How far from the green was?
I'm hitting that driver, so I'm comfortable hitting it farther and straighter. I was a little bit past that first set of bunkers on the right. I mean, I had a little wind at my back, too, and I had full disclosure. I had pitching wedge in my hand.
Second shot?
Thinned it. But
then
I ended up on the green. I had 45 feet for birdie and hit a wonderful lag putt to about 6 inches.
Incredible.
Off to a nice start. Bogey 2. bogey 3, par 4. Make a nice bogey on 5, so I was a little tree trouble off the tee. 6, I made a nice up and down, a little short of the green. Almost put it in the water. The wind gusted, knocked it down, but it was safe. And I had to get really creative on 7 just to save bogey. Without a couple of creative shots, I was looking at maybe a 7 on 7. Played 8 perfectly, textbook made par, and I should have made birdie on 9. I had 100 yards, and I hit a low, because with the wind the way it was, I decided to hit a lower wedge into the green and let it release. And it did to 7 feet. And I did the old, I was so worried about making sure it stayed on line, I forgot to hit it. So it died out short, but 40. So I'm thinking, that's something to build on, playing a little bit better. Get to 10, double, triple. I go doubled. I lost the ball on 12. I don't know where it went. I pulled it left. It smacked into the branches, and I looked for, you're only technically allowed to look for 5 minutes, but there's nobody behind me. So I looked for 10, never found the ball. Re-tee and just right up middle, perfect drive. Anyway, so I go double, triple. Then I go bogey. I par 16, and then I go, I mean, how do you hit a tee ball on the 17th tee and end up in the 16 rough? That's an impossible. No one's ever done that. So it was just a real struggle, but I'm not going to quit now. Why would I? Hopefully the Wild, the Wolves, and the Twins will have better efforts. I asked you when I walked into the radio station today, have we heard who the starting goaltender is? And you said, nope. And then you said what you thought it might not be till warm-ups until they actually make the announcement.
They didn't. They said yesterday that we've heard they've made a decision, but they wouldn't tell us who yesterday.
Oh.
So to me, that means you're going to try to keep it secret and play the gamesmanship thing with the Dallas Stars up until you have to.
Do you think Dallas cares?
Probably not.
I care. How am I supposed to sleep tonight? How about you? Will you toss and turn a little bit, not knowing whether it's the Wall from St. Paul or Gus Bus? I'm going to lose sleep tonight. It's an important decision. It really is the only sport I can think of where the one, because you always know who's starting at quarterback, right? Unless the guy's injured, it's going to be not. It's going to be Kyle. It's going to be Tom Brady. I want Tom. You know who the starters are. You know who's going to go game 1 of the playoffs with your baseball team, right? You generally know who's going to lead off. NBA, you know who your 5 starters are, generally speaking, right? Unless there's injuries. Only in hockey, and it's not every team. Are some of the playoffs teams, they're locked into a guy, right? Or is every team doing, I don't know if we're going to go with A or B, or are we the only team?
I think we're well aware that Jake Ottinger is going to be in the net for the Dallas Stars.
There you go. How about some of the other clubs? Are we the only one that we're so deep at the goalie position? Is it the old, if you have 2 goalies, you really don't have any? Could you say that, or is that would be wrong, right? But there would be the negatives out there would probably say that. Well, why can't, who goofs off with this thing in here? Everything I want to do. You know what my phone is doing to me now? I got a Samsung. I might have to go to Apple. You have Apple, right?
Yes.
Your messages when you text somebody back and forth, is it Apple Messages, or do you have Google Messages, or what do you have? Like, I had Samsung Messages forever. Now, apparently they're going to change that on July 6th. This is sort of like when we have those, what do they call those iHeart things we have to take about FCC rules and regulations, plug all the palers out, those classes or courses, or what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know what I'm saying? They call them something.
Just like, I don't know the word you're looking for, but
could try to guess a word, anything. Test.
Let's go with test.
When they say the deadline is April, let's say it's May 15th, and then I've got the coroner's office, the day it comes out. Have you done it yet? No, there's a deadline. I'll do it by the deadline. So now they're saying they're going to go from Samsung Messages to Google Messages, and they're not going to do it till July 6th. But now it's forcing me to use Google messages, and I don't like it. I mean, I'll probably get used to it, and I'm not going to have a choice.
What's the difference?
Well, there's all sorts of differences. Like, when someone sends you an email, when you send somebody an email, will it say it's been read? You know what I'm saying? Because there is a feature.
I think for text you can do. I don't know about emails, but maybe.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant for text messages, where it says it has been read. Because that's a function that the person who has the phone, I can go, I don't want people to know if I've read their messages, so I'm going to hit no. But when somebody sends, what am I trying to say? If you send me a message, I know you'll know that it's been read, because mine will kick back to you, I've read the message. I can't do that with this new Google one. There's all sorts of things that, it's just, and they're minor things. I get it, but it's just like, why, all right, you're going to force me to do it. That's fine. But why are they forcing me to do it now when I've got until July 6th? So I have to jump through some extra hoops and learn a new system that I don't need to learn right now. And I'm not happy about it, but I mean, what am I supposed to do? But do you understand what I'm saying? Obviously, it doesn't seem like you would care, or would you? Would that bother you if you have a deadline for something, and then they decide, well, no, we're changing that deadline. You have to do it right now. They're forcing me to check my messages on something that's not supposed to change until July 6th. I'm not a big. If you give me a deadline, make it a deadline. If you don't, or else just tell me we're immediately going to Google Messages. Immediately. Whether you like it or not, well, then I know. But when I'm given an option, I don't like it. Much like, let me know who the goaltender is going to be. Just tell me who it's going to be.
I always love that one.
Why won't you just tell us who's going to be in goal? These are the things that keep me up at night. And I'm going to be up tonight because I don't know if it's going to be Gus or if it's going to be the Wall. And then I got to stay up till 8:30 at night. Games 2 and 3, or is it 3 and 4? 8:30 at night.
Well, the one Monday night, the Wolves game's going to be at 9:30 that night.
9:30. Are they trying to grow the game or not? Don't they care? They just don't care about us in the upper Midwest. They placate the people on the East and the West, and I'm getting tired of it. But when we have back-to-back parades with the Wolves and the Wild, maybe they'll start to listen to us and take notice. And we're not backing down.
I'm pretty excited about Tuesday morning, because you're not going to watch the games Monday night, but then Tuesday morning you'll comment on the games. That's when you'll send out a text at like 8 a.m.
I will?
Yeah.
Maybe,
or a tweet.
Maybe that's what I'll do. You're probably right. We'll take a break. We'll come back, peek at the purple, and so much more, including Lil B, Feminine Touch at 1 o'clock, and then Program Password at 1:30 right here on the Common Man program on the Fan.
Want to chime in with what's happening with your favorite KFAN program? We'll make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Brian text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
Hey, I'm Common. He's 10 and B. Lil B, top of the hour at 1 o'clock. Did you say it's Micheletti and Fallness in for
the Beyond the Pond guys today?
Very good. And we'll. I wonder if they both might be willing to hang out a little bit and do. The three of you guys can talk about the Wild, and I can leave early.
You can leave early. It's like, really?
Yeah, I mean, they'll go to 2:15.
It's been done before.
Well, there's that, and then I'll just duck out because I don't really. When the three of you are talking hockey, I mean, obviously there's no need for me because you guys are all, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm searching for another word now. You guys are all plugged in.
Well, the one thing I can say is they will be available.
Well, let's do it then. Because if you think we've had, by the way, how was Sauce's voice today? Do you think he's going to try to get out of Flop Sweat? I thought that was a setup.
I didn't listen to any of it today, so I haven't heard.
You didn't listen to the very very best morning show in the country?
I did not.
How do you not listen to the power show? That seems disappointing to me.
I got kids on the bus.
Well, what grade are they in? They're going to get to 8th grade eventually, so it'll give them an opportunity to live 8th grade before they even get to 8th grade. Because if you like reliving the 8th grade every morning, you want to go to the Power Trip morning show. Peek at the Purple is brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. Whatever your electrical needs might be, they put in a new laundry room light for me. They have to put a new fixture in the walk-in closet in the master bedroom. They had to do, I have a sump pump, and I needed a dedicated circuit to that, so they were able to do that as well. They've done plenty of nice work for me, and they're there for you as well. Affordable-electric.com. Affordable-electric.com. Or you can call or text 612-331-VOLT, 612-331-VOLT. And remember, Affordable Electric is shockingly affordable. Open Google Messages. I don't want to, but I'm forced to, so I will. I saw this story, Tenneby, and the other day, and I forgot to get to it. It's a CBS. You know, tis the season for those mock drafts. Fa la 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 la. There are. You go to CBSSports.com. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I bet there are hundreds, or at least a couple, 13, 14 different mock drafts. One is even to the point when mock drafts to get the fans annoyed. I don't even know what that means. I guess they're gonna.
Now they're trying to come up with different spins on mock drafts.
Exactly. This one is.
You have to separate yourself from a uniqueness standpoint.
Tom Fornelli is somebody who writes for CBS Sports.
Yeah, I know the name.
Okay. 2026 NFL Mock Draft 5.0. Does that mean he's done 5 of them
this
already?
This is 5th one, yeah.
Yeah. Vikings make move into top 10 to fill a need on offense.
Oh my gosh, can you above average?
What you need?
Hold on.
The Vikings don't have any needs. That's the beauty of it. We can just go best player available.
So here's as I scroll down to the Vikings.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
If we're going into the top 10, my first guess would be Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame.
Could you somewhere on my button box, I got 2 I don't even know what one of those replied, but we need "you are correct" or the ding 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 sound because you are correct. You've nailed it. It says the Vikings mock trade. They go up to the 9th pick with Kansas City to get Jeremiah Love. It says Love may not go 4th overall, but his slide ends here. The Vikings have a need at running back and 9 picks in this draft. Rather than sitting back and hoping he falls, they get aggressive and snap him up. Would you tend to be in favor of that? Would you say, if all of a sudden it was announced, we have a trade, Kansas City, Minnesota swap picks, and the Minnesota Vikings with the 9th pick in the National Football League draft select Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love, would you be going yes and pumping your fist?
I need to know what we're giving up to move. Because previously, Jeremiah Love's been mocked to go number 4 to Tennessee. And you start getting up to, when you got to make the jump from 18 to 4, you're talking about, kind of the 49ers trade that you had to make to get Trey Lance that one time where you're giving up 3 first-round picks. There, I'm not willing to give up 3 firsts just to draft a running back. But if it's a reasonable, obviously it's more reasonable to move up from 18 to 9 than it is 18 to 4. If you're not giving up too much.
Well, here it sounds like it's just pick for pick because they don't include any other picks.
Yep.
It just says now when I scroll down to 18, it's got the Chiefs taking Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
He could be good too.
So let's just say it's pick for pick.
Well, it's not pick for pick,
right? But let's just say it is. Would you do that? Would you be willing to move up that? Would you be willing to jump up that far for pick? Well, I guess it's got to be more than pick for pick.
Yeah, it can't be pick for pick.
Yeah, right.
But would I like Jeremiah Love on this offense? There's no doubt about it. He's considered, I don't know if I want to say generational running backs, but when you have those high-end running backs that come in every once in a while, your Jahmyr Gibbs, your Saquon Barkleys, he's in that range. He's in that caliber. He's a 3-down back. He can catch the ball just as well as he can run it. And he would immediately be your number 1 running back and add another weapon on that offense.
Well, what do you think?
So,
Because he doesn't say, what else would be included. What do you think Kansas City would have to have to jump up that far? Historically, what do you have to jump up if you were going to go from, say, 18 to 9? Like you say, 18 to 4 is quite the jump. 18 to 9, that's still significant, but is that a second round pick? Your first?
Well, let me look up the NFL draft trade value chart. Now, it doesn't mean they have to go by this.
Okay.
But, so they put like a point value on all these picks. The number 9 pick is a value of 1,350. The 18 pick is a value of 900. So we have a difference of 450, which would be a mid-second round pick. And the Vikings basically have a mid-second round pick. So if it was the Vikings giving up 18, 49, you'd probably have to add
7th rounder.
Like your compensatory pick, that type of range, or maybe if they have a 4th rounder.
So you think you'd have to go 3 picks? I'm
just going off of values, right? Like where the Vikings are in the second round is still a little bit short of what you'd have to give up.
Okay.
Generally speaking, to go from 18 to 9.
Okay.
So now you can throw players in there, and that changes things. But if we're just
future draft considerations,
future draft picks, yes. So, but if we're just going off of this year's drafts and what the numbers would be, you'd have to give up your second round pick and then probably like your compensatory picks. You'd be drafting Jeremiah Love. You'd still have the 3rd round pick at number 82, and then obviously you have all your later round picks.
Would you do that?
I mean, I think he's a difference maker. So yes,
okay, all right,
I would. But if he's projected to go to 4 and you're going from 18 to 4, that's too much.
Yeah,
because you have to give up what a lot of these teams have to give up for quarterbacks, and you're getting into multiple first-round pick range.
Well,
so
and
the fact that it's just 18 to 9,
yeah.
If he starts getting down in the 9 range, then if I'm the Vikings, I would be interested in moving up. I don't know if he's going to drop there.
Right. Well, that's what he says. If there is a slide, it would end there. The Vikings would trade up to grab him. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it as well because, I think we now view running backs more important. Remember, there was a time everybody had to have a running back, then we didn't care about running backs. Now I think we care again about running backs. The one thing I've said is because I like the idea of having a lot of picks, but 3 of those picks are 7th round. Don't we have 3 7th rounders? I thought. I think that's what it is. And those, I'm not saying those 7th rounders are worthless, but the deeper you get, the less the chances of that player becoming an. I don't spare me the Brady at 6, 6th rounder. I get that, and Johnny Randall, undrafted free agent, but if all of a sudden you're trading the 2, swapping your ones and trading the 2, and then the compensatory pick, now you get
pretty thin.
Yeah, you start to get pretty thin at that point. So
that being said, there's a 7th rounder out there that you'll hear about next in Purple Prey.
Purple Prey. On the other side of the break, and then as I mentioned, Lil B, top of the hour here on the Common Man program with Tenna B and Common here on the Fan.
Get ready to head north with the Power Chip. Join the guys up at Grandview Lodge April 30th and May 1st. Be there on Thursday night for off-air fun and games for great prizes. Then stick around as we go live on the air Friday morning, including the initials game and your shot at a 2-night Grandview stay with food, golf, and a massage at their spa. Get all the details today at KFAN.com/Grandview.
And if you want to stay on, if you're going to be there for the weekend, I'm going to be doing a little golf show on Saturday if you'd like to come by. And
what time will that be?
Well, that'll be at 10 a.m. That will be myself, Craig Warren, and master professional Craig Warren over at the Pines Clubhouse at Freddy's Grill. So, if you want to come and see me too, I know I'm not the Power Trip. Who can be?
Power Trip, press,
so fun.
yoga pants.
So much fun. But I will be there as well. So I'd like to maybe see you there. Is WrestleMania a real thing? Do they really still do real wrestling? Fake wrestling, but because I'm watching the McAfee thing on TV right now, and
all the fans are flicking off McAfee.
Are they?
Yeah. Really funny. They're
really funny.
Putting their middle fingers up at each other.
It's wacky stuff. Received an inter-office email today, Tenna B. What's a more impressive title? Teneby, interim producer, or Emily, director of operations? Director of operations, pretty cool.
That
title,
sounds nice.
Isn't it? I mean, that sounds like you're running the place, right? And
It kind of is.
Yeah, well, this is true. And it is running like a well-oiled machine. Phase 2 of construction is progressing well and remains on track. And then it says, the second phase will be where they take care of where all of the on-air people are right now, where our little cubes back there, and then the coroner's office and Lil B and Swedberg and Pat Knight and promotions and my good friend Mitch Davis, who's now he's the senior
I always love that one.
vice president of programming in Minneapolis. So they're all back there, right? And it says all personal items must be removed from current offices, cubes, and give back space by 6/3/26. So I'm officially losing my office. Is it really 6/3/26 though, or is there going to be like my Samsung phone, and all of a sudden they're going to go on May 18th? Why aren't you out of your office yet? Well, because I was told I had until the 3rd of June. It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. Do you know that song? Are you familiar with it?
No.
It's called Ode to Billy Joe by Bobby Gentry. I've listened to the song hundreds of times, and I still don't think anybody owed Billy Joe anything. So we'll see about that deadline. We'll see if that one holds out. But I think Emily will stick to her deadline. That it will be I can reside in my office until the 2nd of June. If I'd like to do that. And let's hope it's that way. I don't have much to clean out of there, and if I do, you know what to do? I'll just call 2 men in a junk truck. Okay.
Did you want to do Purple Pray?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to go into the wild, but go ahead. Let's go ahead and do Purple Pray.
Purple Pray. It's time now for Purple Pray. Purple Pray, Purple Pray. An in-depth look at who the Vikings should target in the NFL Draft. Purple Pray, Purple Pray.
With the 12th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Christian Ponder.
I want to hear who Tana thinks that we should draft today.
Common, do you know Paul Charchian's theory on the NFL Draft?
I may have refreshed my memory.
He has a theory that you should draft a quarterback every single year in the NFL Draft, just because there's kind of hit and miss, but once you hit one and you land one, obviously your franchise is transformed.
Okay.
What if I told you there's a quarterback that's going to go in the 7th round, might even be undrafted, that I would like the Minnesota Vikings to select?
I would say you're desperate for I think it's clickbait, but go ahead.
Well,
yes.
I mean, maybe we trade J.J. McCarthy. Maybe J.J. McCarthy's involved in a trade for us to, as part of the package to move up and get in the top 10 and get Jeremiah Love.
Oh, right.
So now you're down to 3, and Max Brosmer's all right, and Carson Wentz might only have 1 year with you. Let's maybe get a quarterback of the future in there.
Okay, and who might
I like
that
this
be?
guy.
Another first down for Vandy. Pressure off the edge. He steps up, and now he's going to run for the end zone and score. Diego Pavia. Courageous 4th down conversion. But in the end, Pavia just being a gamer.
Diego Pavia, quarterback Vanderbilt, is who I would like the Vikings to select. Like I said, projected to go 7th round, might even be an undrafted free agent. Now, the reason he's sliding so much is because of his measurables. He's 5'10" and just 207 pounds.
Kyle Murray.
Very Kyle Murray-like. But, you know who's going number 1 overall? Fernando Mendoza.
Yes.
He won the Heisman Trophy last year.
He did indeed.
Guess who was second in the Heisman Trophy voting last year?
Was the Vandy kid?
Diego Pavia. Now, I'm going to be talking more about him than probably most of our picks. I think he has an interesting backstory.
Was he the guy that was bitter?
He said, yes. That is him.
Remind me of that story. He was like...
He just basically said, like, F off to the voters.
Yeah, because he basically thought he was the Heisman Trophy winner, should have been.
Yes. But...
I like his attitude.
Let me give you a little background on Pavia because there's a one of us connection to him.
Okay.
So out of high school, he had some injury stuff going on his junior and senior season, didn't play a whole lot. So he was a no star recruit coming out of high school. Wasn't even ranked by 24/7 Sports Composite rankings in the 2020 class. He had no Division I football offers. He opted to commit to New Mexico Military Institute, which is a junior college.
Okay.
Played 2 years there. As a sophomore, he led New Mexico Military Institute.
We've got a JUCO dropout here.
Yes, and now he's the legendary. What is he?
He's the
not the legendary one.
No,
but,
he's a national treasure.
He's a national treasure.
Yeah, and he was a JUCO dropout.
But in JUCO, he led New Mexico Military Institute to a 12-1 season, including the 2021 NJCAA National Championship. He won a natty. So then after those 2 years, he finally started to receive some Division I interest. He got some offers from FCS St. Francis and Jackson State, which, by the way, he would have been Shedeur Sanders' backup there with Dion at Jackson State. But it was when Jerry Kill was hired as New Mexico State's head coach in November of 2021, he noticed Pavia in the JUCO national title game and extended him an offer. So that gave Pavia a chance to play in the FBS. He won the job there in 2022. He led the Aggies to a 10-win season, including a victory over Auburn in 2023. He was named the conference's Offensive Player of the Year. When Kill, whom Pavia considers a father figure, stepped down after the 2023 season, Pavia entered the transfer portal. He had offers from Buffalo, Nevada, North Texas, UTSA, Washington State, Western Kentucky, Western Michigan. He originally committed to Nevada while holding out hope for a Power 4 offer. In January 2024, Jerry Kill accepted a consulting position on the Vanderbilt coaching staff and told Pavia, quote, "You're coming with me." Also, Tim Beck, who is Pavia's offensive coordinator at New Mexico State, also joined the Vanderbilt staff as offensive coordinator. So Pavia then officially committed to head coach at Vanderbilt, Clark Lea, and the Commodores. He won the starting job in 2024, engineered arguably the best back-to-back seasons in Vanderbilt history. I mean, and if you look at like Vanderbilt's past records before Pavia, they were not great. So the reason he's scheduled to go 7th round as opposed to higher in the draft is because
he's short.
His size. But let me give you some of his strengths.
Okay.
He's built like a wrestler, and literally he did wrestle in high school.
Maybe he could join WrestleMania this week.
He might be able to. He plays with point guard vision on the move, quickly adapts to defensive speed, accurate in the short to intermediate passing game. He's a quick-footed athlete, which you just heard on that highlight. He's got that good initial acceleration. Throws well on the move. Even though he's 5'10", he can dunk a basketball. He's explosive in the lower body.
He's a football player, though, so I don't know how well that's going to...
Well, it just shows that he's a good athlete, right? Okay. Someone who's 5'10" who can dunk, like that's an explosive athlete.
And well, you know what? Maybe that would be his celebration. He would dunk over the goalpost.
He was responsible for a combined 119 total touchdowns the past 4 seasons. He was a 4-year team captain, 2 at New Mexico State, 2 at Vanderbilt. He connects with everyone in the locker room. He's passionate about football. He's unapologetically authentic. He finished with a 31-18 record as an FBS starter, including leading Vanderbilt to first double-digit win season in school history. Also won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm last year, SEC Offensive Player of the Year, first team All-SEC. The guy, all he does is produce. All he does is win. He competes. He's athletic. He can run a little bit. He can throw on the run. You watch his highlights. He looks great. He's just 5'10", but you know what? We're drafting him in the 7th round. I take a shot at Diego Pavia.
You're getting shredded on the Bradshaw Brian KFAN text line.
Well, because I'm an out-of-the-box thinker.
Purple Pray.
How do you say his name again?
Diego Pavia.
Pavia in Murphy would be the shortest quarterback room in football history.
That would probably be accurate, yes.
This one says, Tenna, BRUTAL pick. Just brutal. Here's another. Is it Pavia, you said?
Yeah.
Pavia, are we collecting 5'6" quarterbacks? Here's another. Come on, 10. Is this Pavia thing a bit small with a weak arm by NFL standards? Kind of a punk off the field pass. This one says...
You want your quarterback to have a little personality.
This one says, at least our plays could be set up to address a quarterback who can't see over the line. That would help because they're both short, so we can make that. The one thing I didn't like when you said he's good at the short to intermediate routes, that doesn't fit what KOC likes to do. He likes to go vertical, and he likes to watch those. The only problem with his offense is we don't have an offensive line that can give the quarterback enough time to let those plays develop downfield. That's been our problem the whole time.
I mean, KOC's offense is a lot of intermediate.
It is?
I would say, like, he's not just throwing, like, just bomb pass. I mean, like, we haven't had quarterbacks just throwing 40, 50-yard bombs all the time. It's, you know, it's those 20-yard throws.
I'm a Packers fan. Pavia is basically Johnny Manziel. Good luck with that. Tennessee, this kid is a nightmare. Here's another one. Diego Pavia equals Johnny Manziel.
Would you draft Johnny Manziel in the 7th round? I think everyone would.
Here's one that says...
You'd take a shot on him.
Oh, you've got one supporter. I love how you laid that out there. That was awesome. I'm going to look him up when I get home. Good job, Tennessee.
Watch his highlights.
Yeah.
He's got game. He's fun.
If he's so good, why would he drop so far?
Because he's 5'10".
Unapologetically authentic. Isn't that a nice way of calling someone a Richard? Well, there's that. Wait, Tanner just scouted another Kyle Murray. Yeah, this purple prey he ain't.
Question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many 7th-round picks have worked out for the Minnesota Vikings?
I don't know.
People don't understand,
0?
like, there's very little risk here.
Yeah,
so if he doesn't
true.
work out, you drafted him in the 7th round. I'm not saying I'm taking him 18 overall. But I could have a guy who is second in Heisman voting in the 7th round. Take a shot at him.
Why not?
What do you got to lose?
No, we can collect.
He's won everywhere he's been.
Yeah, and so did JJ McCarthy.
Well,
as Dark Star would say,
well, there's that.
This guy's actually older than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, but yeah, I mean, with a 7th round pick, what's the difference? But I just want to get a center. I want to get somebody that can bolster the middle of that line. I hope Darisaw can stay healthy. I just want an offensive line.
And you can because you drafted Pavia in the 7th round.
Yeah.
You can use those other picks.
I know. I'm not talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what I want to see from the Vikings is I don't, the 7th round picks are meaningless to me. The picks I care about is 18, the 2nd round, and the 2 third rounders. We got to get players that can make an impact. And if we get one in the 7th round, that can be a nice, depth piece or maybe become a great player. That's fine too. We've talked about the Johnny Randalls of the world and the, Brady was a 6th round pick. So we know you can get value out there. You can even get Hall of Fame players at that spot. But the 7th, I'm not arguing with you on that. You don't have to defend yourself with me, maybe with the listeners. I just want to make sure this is the year because it's the last handful of drafts, as we know, just have not panned out. The only I guess Jefferson, but that was that a Spielman pick? Or was that
Jefferson? Yes.
Yeah. So that was a Spielman pick, but that was still a good pick. And then Addison, it's been all right after that. Is there anybody that's
our kicker?
Our kicker, and it's that's just,
that was a rough couple of years.
That was a very rough couple of years. And
it's actually pretty amazing the team's been as competitive as they have, given
that's it.
What they've drafted the last 4 years.
And I guess the issue becomes how long can they continue to how long can they continue to be competitive if their drafts continue to fail? I just don't think there's going to be much of that's got a short shelf life, I think. Couple of quick things before we go to break. And then welcome Lil B into the conversation. Padres are finalizing their sale, Tennessee. Guess how much money the Padres are sell for?
I think I saw it earlier.
$3.9 billion. $3.9 billion.
And they didn't go to 4 because they don't want the stigma of a $4 billion.
I think that's exactly what. Which sounds better. So like when a place goes just $24.95. Well, it's $25, but
Yeah.
$24.95 sounds better. Wild Bill Bauer, when he used to sell T-shirts, he would say that his T-shirts were $19.95, and I don't have any nickels. So in other words, give me $20.
I always love that
Give me
one.
$20. Here's where I don't know if this is one of those. How do you describe? It's fake news, right? Is one way to describe it. Clickbait, whatever. San Diego Padres are close to being sold to Jose Feliciano. Now, Jose Feliciano, I think he made a lot of money as a singer. My allergies are just killing me right now, man. I don't think I have any allergy medication. My eyes are just killing me, Tennessee. Closed circuit to anybody here there was nobody here at the radio station right now. I need allergy medication. You don't have any, do you?
No.
Man, do you have allergies? Do you have hay fever and stuff?
Every once in a while, it's seasonal, but not bad.
Mine's just killing me right now. It just started today. This Jose Feliciano is Clear Lake Capital co-founder and part of the Chelsea FC ownership group. And his wife, they are the ones that are going to pay with $3.9 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. The deal is expected to be announced in the coming days. $3.9 billion. But as we've said, I think almost any sports franchise, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, basketball, soccer, obviously, they're all worth, they're money-making machines for the most part, right? They just print money at those places. So I guess that's the going rate, is $3.9 billion. One other story I saw, headline, LeBron James retirement real possibility after playoffs. NBA legend might forego farewell tour per report. What do you think the chances are?
Oh, he wants his farewell tour.
You know he does. Yeah. This is to build up for the farewell tour. I just don't think there's any chance that he retires. It says, will LeBron James re-sign with the LA Lakers this summer? Sign with another team or retired at age 47? When I know, you guys will know that's what he said during All-Star Week. And he says he has not made up his mind and that he's still going to mull it over.
Did you say retire at age 47? Is that what you said?
Did I? I meant at 43. I don't know if I said 47 or not. My eyes,
He's 41 right now.
I can't see right now because my eyes are just blurry.
Maybe he wants to come to the Timberwolves in free agency.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. I do believe that he's gonna do one more year. I mean, if you'll remember, and he wasn't that the decision when he first left Cleveland, where they actually was it on ESPN where they actually did a show and they called it The Decision, and then
took his talents to South Beach.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, so if you've got a guy whose ego is that big that he's willing to do that, instead of just saying, I don't recall the details of that. It was so long ago. Did they give him a paycheck to do that then? Did he say, well, sure, I'll announce it on ESPN, but you got to give me a big chunk of change to do it? Did he get paid to do it?
I don't remember if he had the money go to charity, or I don't remember.
Or did he just do it? It's like, don't you just say, I'm going to go to Miami and just announce, just make it, instead of doing a big production over it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But neither here nor there. I say he does the farewell tour.
Yes,
he plays
100%.
Season.
A couple things, just some hockey notes for the Wild Star series.
Okay.
Miro Heiskanen practiced today for Dallas. There was some, he got hurt the last time he played against the Wild, so there was some doubt whether he'd be in the lineup, but it sounds like he'll play game one, which is a huge boost for Dallas.
Okay.
Quinn Hughes not practicing again today because he's sick.
Do we have any indication what illness he has?
According to Russo, they still do believe he'll play tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Fallness texted me and said, I can bring medicine, ask him what he wants.
Oh, it doesn't matter, any kind. What are they? There's Claritin, there's Allegra. Those are the two names at top of my head. Either one of those works for me. Just anything. That's really nice of Fallness to do that.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Terrible at program password, but a nice guy.
Well, we'll see. He plays today along with Pat Micheletti and Lil B. Speaking of Lil B, she joins us next. 5 minutes into the program here on the Common Man program on the Fan.